With every breath, a promise to rise. Together we chase the limitless skies. Galvanize the world, feel the mood of my life. Every healthy choice, it feels so right. Data in our hands, we hold the key. A future built on trust and integrity. Galvanize the world, feel the light. With every healthy choice, it feels so right. Data in our hands, we hold the key. A future built on trust and integrity.
Happy Tuesday to all you Galvanators out there. Byron Belka here, and here we are in another Galvanators Unite call, this weekly call that we do to plug in and give you that rhythm and cadence, let you know what's going on in the community and what you can look forward to this week, this month as we push things forward. So wherever you're tuning in from, thanks for being here. Let us know if you're watching this live or watching the replay on any one of the things we're streaming this on. So you're going to be able to find us not only on the link that we send out. If you go to our calendar, if galvan.health, you can go to our calendar, always find when our events are happening. But on top of that, we stream this through our Facebook channel. We stream this through our YouTube channel and our Twitter or X channel as well. So there's multiple places people can find this. Whether you're in a time zone, you can be a part of this live, or whether you have to watch the replay after. We love that you come here and you participate with us in this weekly call. So just let us know if you're watching this live or watching the replay, and thanks for being here. So we've got a great call today, packed with a lot of great information, as we're continuing to give you some updates on what just happened this last week in Florida, as Galvan went out and presented to a lot of health and medical professionals. An awesome experience. I'll share a little bit more about that later on the call. And then we do have some special guests today that are going to be able to share some things that I know every single person here can benefit from. And so as we kick this off today, we always love to kick it off with Dr. Sharp and get some words of wisdom, but not only that, just some facts, some things out there that we can pay attention. How do we make ourselves better in this community so that we can make our community better? So Dr. Adam Sharp, thank you so much for tuning in and being here today. And I'll turn it over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Byron. Excited to be here as always. And as we get a cadence with these Galvanators Unite calls, you may notice I am going to focus a little bit on mind. So talk a little bit about mental health, and then talk a little bit about the body the next week, talk about the soul that we did last week. And today is tips. It's just tips that we think are helpful in general. And today's tips actually have a little bit to do with G+ and the things that we're doing at Galvan. But this is an opportunity really just to help inform and educate all of you Galvanators so that each of us have the information that we need in order to be our best self. So I was fortunate to be interviewed by a news team, and that it's not yet aired. It airs tomorrow night on one of the channel news channels in one of the states in the United States. And they were just asking about artificial intelligence. We hear a lot about what this is. Many of you, I'm increasingly engaged in how to use artificial intelligence, and I'm learning day to day. You may notice I'm really liking the image generator. A few images on these slides today are coming from that. And the question is how do we use it, and what will it be able to do in the future, and maybe what shouldn't we use it for? So I'm going to talk a little bit about just AI in general and what it is, in hopes that this can help to inform and educate everybody about how to use it so that they can use it to their advantage and be healthier. So I just bring this up. I don't think I need to tell anyone. This is everywhere. AI is the buzzword, whether it's from the World Economic Forum or the Today Show or Associated Press or New York Times or whatever your news outlet is around the world. You're going to get information about, will AI replace doctors, and what are the ways that AI will transform healthcare? And I'm going to talk less about how AI will transform healthcare and more about how AI should help to transform the way that we live our lives and gather information and apply it, so that we can make the decisions that need to be made so that we can be our best selves. So the first question really, and I went to AI. I figured artificial intelligence can help to define artificial intelligence. So I went to my AI chatbot and I just asked, what's the definition of artificial intelligence? One thing, if you don't know already, and I am not a tech expert, but I've had some experience with this. In my former life as a researcher, we used a lot of natural language processing in order to review charts and extract information from huge data sets with millions and millions of people and really billions of data points. And so that's one way that people define artificial intelligence. And so there's a variety of things in here, from deep learning to natural language processing, as I mentioned, to machine learning. And the reality is the simple version to think about this is it's a way to use computing power to simulate something that in the past only humans were able to think about, or able to actually solve or come to a solution regarding whatever the question may be. So just know there's different types of AI. Not all AI is created equal, and not all AI needs to be created equal, because it depends on how you're using it and what questions you may be going to use it for. So I use a simple example. And a few weeks ago, I showed a couple slides that had, when I talked about one of the articles that showed that exercise is as effective as medications for both secondary and primary prevention of many diseases. And so I asked for an image that showed, exercisers on one side and people in the medical field doing another. And from a distance, it looks great. And then I was looking this week, and the faces are completely distorted. If you look close, it's like an alien goo in the face. So again, I think that's reflective in an image of what AI is. The overall picture is really helpful. And when you get into the details, AI is not yet perfected. And so I think that's important to remember. So I believe that artificial intelligence, just like all of the major medical advances, is a tool. It's not a cure-all. It's not all good, and it's certainly not all bad from my perspective. But this artificial intelligence, I think there's ways that right now I use it, and I think and recommend that most people can use it. I think one of the things that is really nice is it improves access. And what do I mean by improve access? It doesn't change the distance from your house to the hospital, your house to the health system that you may participate in. But what it does is you don't have to necessarily go to your doctor or your health professional or the health system clinic in order to get expert information. So let me give you an example. If I, for example, had high blood pressure, or I was worried my family has high blood pressure and I wanted to learn about it, but maybe I don't trust all organizations that talk about high blood pressure. I could simply go in, and I've done this. I go in and ask AI, will you give me a list of organizations that offer recommendations about how to diagnose high blood pressure or hypertension? And instantly I can get a list of 5 or 10 different organizations. So one of them might be the American College of Cardiology or the American Heart Association. And you may have more trust in that organization. Our friends that are not in the United States, they have the European Society of Cardiology, or ESC, and they may trust in that organization more. Or you may trust the World Health Organization or the National Institute of Health or some other. And so it allows you to choose your expert. And then once you know your expert, you can ask, AI will synthesize. So that's part B here, simplify data synthesis for health education. If you want to understand what's the right way to measure blood pressure, AI can synthesize that for you. That information already exists, and you don't have to go searching for it. And you can find it in the organization that you trust or that you believe to be the expert. So this is stuff that's available right now and really helpful. As part of that, that's kind of my third bullet point here, is that it increases adoption of current best practices. You may have, if you've heard me talk before, in my past life, part of the research that I did was getting the actual best practices of medical care that were proven and studied and scientifically solid actually to patients. It's unbelievable how much information that we have. And you heard me quote, there's a study that often quotes that it takes 17 years to get from research to the bedside. And even after that 17 years, only a small percentage of the data that we know that works and may help benefit patients actually gets to them. So now that we have AI, we have people that can go find that information. We're not reliant upon different systems and our physicians necessarily. You can go get it. And then how much nicer is it when you show up to your doctor's office and you can say, hey, I saw that the American College of Cardiology recommends that I take the first line medicine is this, and I'm taking it. Thanks for doing that. Or they can say, hey, how come I'm not taking this medication? Is it something unique to me, or is it something that we should change so that I get on the recommended medication? So it increases adoption of current best practices. And so I think these are three keys that can be used now in the current state of artificial intelligence. Is use whatever AI that you have available. It's online and there's a variety of them. I think as time goes, we'll understand maybe which ones are better than others, but they're all very good at synthesizing the vast tomes of data that is out there. As you understand that, and as you pick which entity that you think may have the best information, it helps to educate ourselves to make the best decisions with regard to our well-being. So a couple things here also, as I guess to caution. If you understand what generative AI is, that means it's not the synthesis of information that's already available. It's the creation of new data and new information. I think there's a possibility in the future where maybe AI will be so smart that it will begin to create discoveries that have not yet been known. So cures for diseases that we don't currently have medications or treatments for. I personally don't think that generative AI is to the place where we can trust that it has better information than what's already available. I would use caution when you're taking a computer's advice for things that have not yet been tested or not yet been proven. Maybe in the future, we'll have better information about how to do that. But at least at this point for me, I don't have enough evidence or trust that this is the best way to go. The other is security of your personal data. This is something that obviously all of us with the blockchain and at Galvan, this is an imperative component of blockchain technology. In the past, for example, in the United States, they've had a law that many have heard called HIPAA. HIPAA was intended to protect your health information so that people who shouldn't have it wouldn't get it and then use it against you in some fashion. Well, the reality is now that we live in a global world of AI, even government regulations may not protect you because it may be outside of your country or maybe outside of your government's jurisdiction. So it's important that you know that who has your information and how they're going to use it, and it needs to be protected. And so that's something that certainly needs to be considered. And last, certainly not least, don't use AI to actually replace your own intellect. You have the ability to use your own mind, synthesize the data, use AI as a tool, but not as a replacement for what and how you're going to do. Make your own decisions. Help it to inform that. You own your health. You own your well-being. You're the master of your fate. You're the captain of your soul, just as my favorite poem, as I've shared before. But the point is here, make your own decisions. Just use this as the tool that it is. So how's G Plus helping with this? How is Galvan helping with this? Well, we've already shared this many times. Hopefully you are using your G Plus app daily. You can see here, this is my wellness check-in. So I'm okay. Energy's in the normal range. Mood is a little bit better than maybe normal, and stress is low. So today was a good day. We use our AI voice recognition technology to take 2,550 biomarkers to objectively assess your stress, mood, and energy. These are things that otherwise in the past you had to go see a health professional for. It's a perfect use of AI. Obviously, I'm biased in this, but I use it regularly and I tell my family to use it regularly, and I hope you are too. So as we take generic AI tools, I hope that each of us are taking advantage of the wellness check-ins every day that G Plus offers so that we can manage our stress, mood, and energy. So with that, there's your AI update. I hope it's been helpful. Know that it is a revolutionary tool, and I do think that it will help to heal humanity, but only if we use the tool in the right way. So with that, I hope you have a great week, and I'm going to turn the time over, I believe, to Robert the Beloved for a product update.
Good afternoon, everybody. Delighted to be here. What I'll do today is I will just give another tip and trick on the Galvan app. So I've got it here on my screen. I've shamelessly, if you don't have the Galvan app, what I would suggest for those that do, go in and you can do the tour with me. And for those that don't, I've got this little code right here that you can go in and download your version of that app so you can start playing as well. But on this homepage for our wellness page, we have it broken down into mind, body, and soul. And then just below that, this is where I want to talk today, is on badges. We provide badges to allow you to measure your progress and give you some behavioral incentives to continue forth on your wellness journey. We show 3 badges on the wellness page here. how do we determine which ones show up? How do you know which ones are there? Basically, we just show you two options. The first is if you haven't selected a favorite to put on there, because you can control that, it will show you the ones that you have are closest to earning. So if I hold my finger down on this first one, you can see the Step It Up badge. It looks like on the progress bar below. In fact, if I click on it, I can see the details. It looks like to get to my epic next level, need to get to 3 million and I'm at 2.9. So I'm closing in on that one. So that's great. And then you can see on my next one is the beat goes on, which is wellness checks. And then my next closest one is called chill out, which is from the wellness checks, the stress level and how I'm doing there. The opportunity is that you can set which badges you want to see on your homepage there. So if we go into all the badges, and I can see, again, they're organized in accordance to the ones I'm closest to earning at the top. For me, the one that I am focused on the most happens to be this one down here. It's called The Beat Goes On, and you can see the little fire in it. That means it's a streak badge. And so when I go into that, I can see that I'm at 28 days or 46% progress towards my next rare badge. And you'll notice that the rare, epic, and legendary, you can continue to earn those over and over and over again. So I'm working towards ×2 on the rare badge. If I want to put that as a favorite, in the top right, you can see the star with the little plus. All I do is I click on that, I add it to favorites, and now I have one. If I go back to my homepage, I should be able to now see that I've got this badge sitting there waiting for me to play with it. And I can add up to 3 badges on that. And so when I click on another one, let's say the next one that I'm focused on is the new mood badge. You can see it's Life's Good. So I will just go into there as well, click on that, add it to favorites, and you'll notice that it will go right onto my homepage as well. And so now I've got 2 down. Let's add a third just for fun. I'm so close on the steps, I should track it. So let's go into the steps badge, add it to favorites. And now you can see I need room in the end. And so I've got this one added twice. I'm going to remove it. And then I'm going to add this one to favorites. And so now when I go back to my home page, you can see I've got my steps. I've got my mood one. If I hold my finger down, life is good. And then I've got my wellness check, my heartbeat one. And so I've got all 3 of those added to my home page. And again, at any time, you can go in to your badge page and look at all the ones that you're progressing on. Anyway, that was just a quick tip on how to customize your homepage to see the badges you want to be tracking to obtain next. With that, that's the end of our little tour. With that, I will turn the time over to Casey from our customer service team. Casey, the floor is yours.
Perfect. So I just wanted to put up this QR code. We talked about this last week. If you guys scan this will take you to our Galvan website, and it will allow you to fill out a little form for a testimonial that we can use on some marketing stuff. This will also, if you submit one, this will also automatically enter you in for a drawing at the end of the month to win 1,000 eyes. So check out that QR code and give us some feedback. We would love to hear from you. That's all I have today. So I'm actually going to pass it over to the one and only Skippy T. You know him and love him, and he's going to go over some fun stuff with some eyes tokens.
Hey, y'all. Thanks. Excited to be here. So I'm a community member of Galvan, and amongst other blockchain projects. And so I wanted to come on and share ways that as community members, we can be good community members, and we can help move projects forward, be a part of the mission of these projects. And so I've got some helpful ways that we could do it. I'll just mention in passing real quick, I'm in the Galvan Discord. If you have any questions about anything I show, feel free to come find me in the Galvan Discord. My user handle in the Galvan Discord is Skippy T. So please come find me there, and anything that I can help you with as another community member, I'm happy to do. So moving right along. So how, as a community, and I get asked this question a lot, as a community member, how can you help the project? How can you be a good community member? The first one is like, you're here. Congratulations. You're staying educated on what the project is doing. And then get involved. So we're going to show on my next slide, like different social media things you can do. Follow, like, comment, share. This is all helping like the different algorithms of getting the reach of these projects to a wider audience. And then use the products and services, get your heart minutes. I'm actually going to do my wellness check live while I'm presenting the next slide as an example of how easy it is to do your check-in. So I've got my app up. I'm going to hit the start recording button. I'm just going to be talking, and it's going to do the biometric on my voice while I'm presenting a slide. And then we're going to see how stressed I am. So I'm going to hit the button here. And so it's recording. I messed it up. Okay, so it's recording right now. I'm talking, it's recording, it's reading my voice, and I'm going to move on to the next slide. And so now I'm going to show different ways using social media that you as a community member can get involved. Still recording. So the first thing is just follow the account. So we're going to drop some links in for following. So on the left two, I've got examples of Instagram. So how you can follow and then add it to your close friends list. So you're going to get more in your algorithm. It's going to show more of your stuff. You're going to get notifications when Galvan posts. The next one, let's do this real time. We're going to post a link to Galvan's most recent Instagram post. It was Happy National Play Outside Day. Everyone go. I'm submitting. The recording's over. So now it's like going over my voice and trying to translate my accent. So everybody go to the Happy National Play Outside Day. And everybody go like this post. And as a community, we're coming together to kind of boost that out to a wider audience. And then I've got Adam's most recent LinkedIn post on there about the same thing, about the National Play Outside Day. So we're going to drop that link. Go like Adam's post. Comment on Adam's post. Okay, so my metrics are now live. So I did my wellness check-in. That's how easy it was while I was presenting a slide. My energy, mood, and stress are all within the little, metric. What do we call that? The normal things. But if I was outside, I could hit the little power up and figure out if I need to sing a song or, read a Adam dad joke. So, okay. So these are easy ways as a community member that you can help the project or stay educated. The other one is a lot of people ask me about the token, right? The IZE token. How do you get it? Apart from running your node, doing the heart minutes, you can buy the token out of the market, and then HODL. Basically, we just want to, as community, or my strategy is just accumulate, right? Like I want to buy a token out of the market, either like a daily cost average strategy. So there is a community built website. This is buyizetoken.com. that has step-by-step instructions on how to create a MetaMask account, how to go to Uniswap, how to buy the IZE token out of the market. So these are through a DEX, which is DEX, a decentralized exchange, which in the crypto form of way, it's kind of like a farmer's market. So you're buying directly from someone else that is selling their tokens. So you can use MetaMask and Uniswap, or just MetaMask has a swap feature inside MetaMask. And MetaMask is a third-party wallet provider. So these are not Galvan products. And then you could swap ETH for IZE. To get ETH, you would need an on-ramp, which is an on-ramp is the way to convert cash or US dollars or another fiat into crypto. So for the sake of this, because I don't want to take all day, for the sake of this, these are different platforms where you could get ETH. I put from a friend on there, and everybody always asks me about that. So like if I've got a new friend coming into crypto and I'm pretty good at crypto and I have a lot of access to on-ramps or whatever, and someone wants to buy some ETH, they could Venmo me and then I could send them some ETH. So they might not want to go through KYC or set up a platform just yet. They're just dipping their toes in the water. So I could help them and I could be their own ramp. Like, hey, Venmo me $50 and I'll send you $50 worth of ETH and you could use that ETH. So they're learning and getting their first experiences, getting their toes wet in crypto. So again, just some easy ways to get in. Now, are we still good on time? Okay. So next thing I'm going to do, please excuse me, I'm changing the screen I'm sharing. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is go in and I'm on IZE's website or Galvan's website. Okay. So and what I want to do is show you where to do this for yourself, like where to find this information. So if I'm on Galvan's website, right up here at the top, I can click on the IZE token page. Okay. So I'm making sure I'm getting the official link, the official page, the official contract address, right? From the source of truth, right? So if I go down here under view activity, this long string of characters right there that starts with the OX, that is the Galvan IZE token contract address. Okay. So if something starts with an OX, that is a Ethereum based address. So that OX, and so I know this because I'm on Galvan's website. I know this is the actual true contract token address for the token. So what I want to do is I want to take that, I want to copy that. I'm going to use that in a minute, but I'm also going to show you another way you can get it. Okay. Inside Galvan's community support, inside the FAQs, if you go in there and say, what is the contract address? It's going to be right here. I'm not going to like Google it and take it from a Twitter page or something. I want to get it from the source of truth where I trust. I trust the Galvan FAQs. So that's where I'm going to get the contract address from. So I'm going to copy that right there. And now I'm going to go in. Oh, can you see the browser? Okay, you can see that. Okay, so inside this little pop-up, that is the MetaMask browser extension. So you can see I've already got some Ethereum in there, right? I've got $60 worth of Ethereum, but I'm going to import the token address for Galvan. So remember, I copied that long string of characters and I'm going to import it in here and it's going to pop up IZE and I'm going to say next. And so it's saying, hey, you don't have any IZE, but what I'm doing, I'm importing that. So now MetaMask knows to look for that. So MetaMask, so if IZE are in that wallet, MetaMask is saying, hey, we see them. So if I sent IZE, now let me also preface, we're talking about the ERC20 bridged IZE token. If I had sent IZE to this wallet, they might be there, but if I didn't import the contract address, I wouldn't be able to see them, right? Okay, so, and again, I know I'm going fast, but the great thing is this is being recorded, so you can hit pause and rewind and watch it again. Or go to that buyiZetoken.com and reference that and then watch this. If you've never done this before, take your time, understand the concept of what we're doing, not necessarily make sure you're doing it yourself, and learn slowly, or come in Discord and ask me a question. I'm happy to help. Okay. So I'm going to hit this swap button, and this is the swap feature inside MetaMask. And so it's saying, I've got ETH at the top, right? And then what do I want to swap with? So I'm going to type in the word IZE because I've already imported it, right? I've already imported it. I know this is the right IZE. And now what I can do is I can type in, now just what I'm typing in is in terms of Ethereum, right? That's not in US dollars when I type in 0.01. So that's 0.01 Ethereum, which they're saying is worth $26.41. So for that amount, it is saying in the farmer's market, right? I'm buying this from another peer. I could get 245,000 IZE. So if I wanted to, I could play around with this number until I get the right amount I want So it's going out and getting quotes and coming back to me. Okay. So it is saying this is what it can get me for 0.015 ETH, which is about $39. It's saying I will have a gas fee. So you can see that they're estimating it's $1.98, and that is also in ETH. And then I'm like, okay, this looks good to me. I'm going to hit swap. It's confirming it. It's going out in the market and confirming that transaction. And this usually doesn't take too long, but it takes a minute. And then it's going to come back and, say, hey, transaction approved, transaction process. And then I'll be able to see those tokens in my wallet. Let's see. So then we could also, so transaction complete. So we're going to hit close. And now you can see that I have 367,183 IZE in my wallet at a current value of 39.87. So I swapped some Ethereum for some Galvan. And now I have that Galvan token, the IZE ERC20 token that I bought out of the market. And now I have that in my MetaMask wallet. Okay. I'm not going to do anything with it right now. I'm just going to hold it. Like, I want more IZE token, and that is what I want to do as a community member. I'm not telling you what you should do, but I'm saying this is, as my strategy as community member, what I am doing and the process in which I did it. Again, I know this is a lot. Feel free to pause, rewind, or like I said, just come into Discord and let's have the conversation about it, about other things that we as community members can do to help these projects and help Galvan and help Adam and Byron and Robert and Casey on the things that they're doing from the community side. That's all I have. I appreciate y'all having me here. And back to you, Byron.
Well, awesome. Hey, thanks so much, Scott. Great information, guys. Hopefully you did see that, understand it, and go back and listen to it again. But appreciate you and your expertise and being willing to share that. Awesome. So hopefully you've been able to get some information that's going to make you more powerful as a Galvanator today. And that's really what it's all about, is educating ourselves, because we're in the education process right now, because we are on the forefront of something that the masses really don't know about. They're going to know about it, but they don't yet. And so right now we need leadership. And that's the beauty of us all being here right now. And that's what I saw when I had the opportunity to go out this last week and participate in, Dr. Fab's Fabulous Life event. And, this was an event that wasn't set up for just crypto. It wasn't set up for us to just go out there and talk about blockchain, but he had a specific section, because he loves what we're doing so much, that we were able to go and share this with people. And so once again, I always put the disclaimers out there. You can copy this and read this later, but we might be talking about forward-looking statements, different things like that. We're not guaranteeing anything, right? But being there was awesome, that we're starting to see more and more of this. It's almost like when you buy that new car, okay? You have a car finally in your possession, and now you notice everybody else that has it on the road. More and more people are starting to hear about blockchain and cryptocurrencies, and they're intrigued. And so this education that we're getting today is key, and stuff like this is going to continue to pop up. So being able to be out there with, Dr. Fab and other blockchains from the Connect community were awesome. And just to have this crowd that, on top of all the other reasons they went out there for, they wanted to learn more about what we're doing here. I can tell you the session started at 1 p.m. We finished about 4 p.m. And I don't think we left until, it was person after person after person after person. And they were asking us, hey, we're doing a wellness cruise. Can Galvan show up and present to everybody? Hey, we got this other thing that's going on in Texas. Can we have Galvan there and talk about this? And what I love about what Galvan is all about is we have our own purpose, right? We have our own mission. We have that goal to go out there and help heal humanity. But that doesn't have to just be our mission. This can be attached to so many people that are like-minded individuals, so many organizations, so many groups out there that are already trying to do this. This is not a competition. This is something that magnifies and can help everybody. And I love that we have this solution. So I was super excited and thrilled. This is my first time going out to present for Galvan. I've done a lot of presentations over my time being just an entrepreneur, but the response that we got, I was super, super intrigued and impressed with, because it was just a different group of people. It was a different setting. And I loved the reaction that we got. And that's what's going to happen. The more and more people understand this, the more we're going to be able to get IZE tokens into people's hands and have them understand what this means to have the G Plus app, what that can do for people's life. Because one of the things that came up again and again and again on why people are so intrigued with blockchain has to do everything with this: trust and the lack thereof. And it wasn't just in one aspect of business. It wasn't just from a medical community standpoint. I mean, I talked to people that were affiliate marketers. I talked to people that have done networking before, people that have done those things that don't necessarily trust the companies or where things are going, or they hope things are going to happen. But blockchain can fix so many things. And we are a solution in general. And then being able to decentralize healthcare and give people the power in their hands to be able to track their own data, to take their own wellness check-ins and be rewarded for that. One of the things is Scott went and did that. You saw how easy it was for him to do that. Guess what he did? He also earned IZE by doing that. He was rewarded for doing that. And that's what I love about this is, hey, we're all being rewarded for doing those healthy actions. Okay, I've got a little, and speaking of AI, and I loved what we heard from everybody today, being able to learn a little bit more about the G Plus app from Robert, and hearing how powerful AI is, as Dr. Sharp talked about that. I went to AI and I said, hey, I want you to create me a video that talks about trust, but I want you to do it in the way as if I'm talking to elementary students. So let's break it down and make it as simple as possible. That's the beauty of AI, but I want to show you this little video on trust. And this was, once again, it was AI doing it, and it was AI focused on, let me pull this down because I'm going to pull something else up here, on making sure elementary kids can understand. So
all right, imagine you're in a class where everyone has a jar of candies. Every time you trade or share candies with your friends, you write down exactly how many candies you gave or got. But here's the cool part. Everyone in the class can see and check each other's candy trades. Now, if you traded 3 candies with your friend Mia, everyone else could see and confirm it. This makes sure that nobody cheats or takes extra candies without anyone knowing. If someone tried to take candies without telling the class, it wouldn't work because the class would see that something doesn't match up. In a blockchain, transparency means everyone can see what's happening, so no one can secretly change things. Traceability means you can go back and look at every trade ever made to see where each candy came from and who it went to. This helps keep everything fair and honest, so everyone can trust each other.
Okay, simple, right? But that's the power of AI right there. Just asked AI to make a little video about trust and blockchain and make it and explain it to people or kids that are in elementary school. So obviously used candy. But that's the beauty of what we're doing here, is creating that trust. And as we go out there, that's what I love, is I can trust it as we go and we build this community, as we go and put the time and energy and effort. Because there's one thing that we don't get back. We don't get back time. I can't get back time. So if I'm going to spend my time and energy doing something, you know what? I want to make sure that somebody else can't mess it up. I want to make sure that it's documented. I want to make sure that nobody can say that it didn't happen. We didn't do it. You're not going to be rewarded for it. You're not going to be compensated. That can't happen in what we're doing. And that trust has been missing in so many industries, and blockchain is bringing it back. And we're bringing it back to this space, health and wellness, through Galvan and through what we're doing. So I am more than excited to be a part of what we're a part of. And I'm just glad to be teamed up with all the people that you heard today, people in the community, people that are making a difference, all of you that are going out there and believing and being the ones that go out there and share and explain. And the only reason that people don't know is because nobody's explained it to them yet. But we have that good fortune and opportunity to be those that do. And with that, we're going to, like I said, change the world one person at a time, starting with ourselves. So I want to thank all of you for being on today. Stay tuned. We always have announcements that are going on, with Adam being on the news channel. We're going to get that recording. We're going to blast that out. We also had a chance to go into studio and be interviewed when Adam was in town. Adam and myself, we were interviewed, and we're going to be able to share that as well. So stay tuned to all of the different things that are taking place with the marketplace. We don't have time to go into everything today, but marketplace is getting close with the collective. And I just get more and more excited because every single week I can see us getting closer to being able to change the world through what we're doing. So thanks for being here. My name's Byron Belka. And with everyone, we want to wish you all a good week. And we're all Galvanators. Take care. We'll see you.
With every breath, a promise to rise. Together we chase the limitless skies. Galvanize the world, feel the moment of my life.